Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. And now that we've finished reviewing all the movies for Jack Black Week, it's time to stop and rank all 7 films that I did in this Jack Black Week. It was a very interesting week. Well, a few days. I recorded these in a few days, so it was interesting. Going back and watching movies that I haven't watched in a while, and some of them don't hold up as well. But, speaking of which, number 7, the worst of the bunch, but not a bad movie. None of these are bad movies. We got Shallow Hal, and this was the one that held up the least for me. The forced perspective, fat jokes, where you think, she's skinny, but she's really fat, but he doesn't know that, and just the way the character is, you wouldn't have a movie like this made nowadays. It just wouldn't work. This was very much a early 2000s film in every way, shape, or form. But Jack Black makes it work. If I say one of the best things in this film is Jack Black's performance, but yeah, not the best of these. Next is Saving Silverman, which I was surprised because going into this, I figured this would be at the bottom because all the other ones, I never seen Kung Fu Panda before this. But I didn't think it was going to be at the bottom. I figured it's still pretty good. But this one, King Kong was originally the one, and I placed it with Kung Fu Panda. But even then, I was like, But this was actually held up pretty well on a review, a rewatch, I should say. Still gave it middle of the road, but because there's just some jokes, like the gay jokes and stuff like that, it just doesn't work, but overall, not bad. Now, from this point on, these final 5 are all ones that I really like. Alright, especially the top 4, but I figured this is kind of in the middle, and that's Kung Fu Panda. It was a first watch for me, so this may go up, especially if I did like a DreamWorks ranking thing eventually. This was good. I thought that the performance was all around really good, the animation is great, and the plot has been done. Oh, it's a chosen one plot. It's been done a million times. I think it's handled pretty well in this movie. So, all right, top 4. Number 4, Tropic Thunder. The most recent rewatch. Pretty good. Like I said in my review, I was pretty sure this was going to be a middle of the road. And then as I was reviewing it, I realized how much I liked watching this movie. And there's some stuff that you can't do nowadays, like Robert Downey Jr. playing an actor, playing an African American character. Oh, I forgot to mention my review, by the way. They do play up earlier in the film when they're at the campfire that Brandon T. Jackson's character Al Pacino might be gay, and then they have a little throwaway gag at the end where he's with Lance Bass. There was also something where Jay Baruchel's character was talking to, I don't know who it was. I think it was it Kirk Lazarus, about how he dated Jennifer Love Hewitt. That was in the tabloids, man. And then Jay Baruchel is dating Jennifer Love Hewitt at the end. So I haven't mentioned that, but this was pretty good all around. Nice special effects. It's a nice little parody of war movies. One of those Scream type things where they call it the tropes. It's really fun. Number 3 is The Peg of Destiny Child. That's right. This is good. This surprisingly was a better watch than I thought it was going to be. Now that I'm reviewing movies on YouTube and stuff, there are movies that I go back and I watch and I'm like, this is probably not going to hold up as well as I thought it would. This held up better than I thought it was going to. I thought this was going to be one where I'm just like, why did I even like this? But no, the music, the acting, the fact that they got like Meatloaf, rest in peace, and Dio, rest in peace, to do cameos. The fact that there's that continuity with Jack Black where you have Troy Gentile playing young Jack Black here, just like in Nacho Libre. And, Jack Black and Kyle Gass have great chemistry. The only thing I didn't really like is the whole they break up because that's the trope to do type thing. There was no real reason for them to break up. Because if this is supposed to be the true story of Tenacious D, they're breaking up. well, obviously they get back together if this is their origin story, right? Yeah. Number 2. There's 2 left. Number 2 is School of Rock. And this was really hard to go between this and my number 1. Just like, But on rewatching these, I think I enjoyed number 1 the most. So this one, still pretty good. Holds up really well. I like the music. I like the story of, he's this guy. He's just wants a band, but he becomes a better person. He's supposed to be a rock star, but now he becomes a better person. I think he becomes a teacher for real after this. So, yeah, or you're a music teacher at least. But, yeah. It's a fun rewatch, and Jack Black has great chemistry with these kids. They all play off each other really well. Just great. But number 1 is Nacho Libre. I did not know this was gonna be number 1, as I'm going through trying to put these together. I'm like, well, which one did I like the most? And then I realized probably this one, because I do it from the worst to the best. So I automatically, when I was doing this, I'm like, okay, well, obviously Shallow Hal is the worst. Saving Silverman after that, and then when I first did it, because I was still finishing watching Tropic Thunder, so I put Tropic Thunder next, then Kung Fu Panda, and then Tenacious D. So I was on these 2. Okay, which one is better? And I looked at them both, and I was like, you know what? I think I enjoyed Nacho Libre better, so there it is. And then once I finished Tropic Thunder and did my review, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to swap Kung Fu Panda and Tropic Thunder around, because they're better. Yeah, Tropic Thunder, and I've seen it more. I've enjoyed it. But, yeah, Nacho Libre, pretty good movie. It was so close to being, to the moon when I reviewed it, but because I enjoyed it so much. But I gave it a pretty good, because, I don't know, I just don't think it's a perfect film. And really, none of the ones I gave To the Moon are perfect. There's ones I enjoyed the most, but I felt like Pretty Good was a pretty good score. So, there you have it. My ranking for the Jack Black week. So what are your thoughts on my ranking in the comments below? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you next time.